All right, I'm Nick. Right here we have the brand new Springfield Prodigy Double Stack 1911. This is the 4 1/4 inch version with the comp. Now I am a day one purchaser of the original Prodigy. All right, I had nothing but problems. 6 weeks of tinkering and trying to get it to work, nothing. So out of the box, I knew that I was going to need to take this thing apart and clean it, lube it, all the good stuff. It's not a defensive pistol in my mind. It's a range toy. I knew it was going to need some love. It has been cleaned and lubed 3 times, and I still couldn't get it to feed ball ammo properly at the tabletop. All right, I could rack it, and then every few rounds it would load the ball ammo at too steep of an angle and it'd be stuck on the feed ramp and the top part of the chamber. Now, I did not have that problem with hollow points. So this is SIG 115 grain V crowns. We are going to run these first through the gun. I expect it to run smoothly. I don't think that it will make it through this magazine without jamming. We're going to run those hollow points into that steel from about 15 yards. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully there aren't any issues, all right? I'm going to stand down here so you guys can see that comp. And ideally we can see if it's flatter, feel if it's flatter. We're going to start off kind of slow. All right, it doesn't even like have any recoil. That's kind of weird. All right, it is super flat shooting, no joke. That Porter comp is ginormous. The trigger is not as light as I'd like it to be. Didn't make it. There it is. Right there. There's your first failure to feed. Right there. Did not take very long. That is with defensive ammo. I did not think that we would have that problem, but that's a reality of it. I was super disappointed. The moment I tried to just put rounds in the magazine and rack it, I instantly had a fail with ball ammo. I did not think that we would have that fail with the hollow points, but here we are. Happened pretty quick. It's pretty much a waste of hollow points at this point, but let's see. Definitely flat, definitely very soft shooting. And there it is again. Right there. It's also very loud if you guys can't tell. We shoot down here quite a bit. And there it is. Failure to feed number 2 with quality defensive ammo. A lot of times we run that Fiocchi 115 grain through there and people want to really blame that stuff, but I measured it and it all measures the perfect specs. That defensive ammo is perfect, runs in every gun I own without an issue, with the exception of this one, obviously. Load this back up. We'll try to run some ball ammo through it. I'm disappointed. I can't say I'm surprised though, but it really does suck. It's a shame. It's kind of terrible, all right? Springfield should have fixed this problem. It's not that it wasn't a known issue with the first models. That's crazy. Now, you could say, well, maybe it's the mags, and maybe it is the mags. They're made by Duramags still. The original ones were as well. I bent these on the original version. I made it perfect. I had everything lined up perfect, and the gun would still fail to feed. In my opinion, the magazine doesn't go far enough up into the gun. The feed ramp's too steep, and it hits the top of the chamber. That's just an uneducated opinion from a random dude who has spent way too much time in the past looking at this pistol. Let's see what it does with that ball ammo. I do not have high hopes. Finally did it. I think we made it through 4. Made it through 4. And there it is again. It did push back into battery. I'll tell you what, it is loud. We are in a bottom, obviously shooting to a swamp, and I can hear it echoing way out there, all right? It is loud, but the comp definitely works. It's shooting flat. That was me. I didn't let out far enough on the trigger to get to the reset. Just part of getting used to something. But I assumed we had a failure to feed. All right, we made it through there. It wasn't too terrible. The gun shoots great, man. Like, the gun shoots phenomenal. I'm going to load up some more rounds in here. Ideally, that chamber and that feed ramp polishes itself, and we are good to go down the road. We only have 25 rounds through there or so currently. We have a few failure to feeds, but we're just going to keep on plinking. Let's fast forward through this. All right, those 20 are loaded up. I will tell you what, this thing is much more pleasant to shoot than that Kimber, what is it, KDS9C that we've been shooting a little bit. This thing shoots way better, all right? The comp is probably helping, okay? All right, that thing has no recoil. I suck, I'm missing a bit, paying attention to the recoil. That thing is absolutely flat. All right, it ran those with 0 issues. So my hopes are going up a little bit. We're going to reload again and keep running them through there. All right, so we're approaching 50 rounds. We're going to put those through there as well because we're out here. Man, it just shot great, though. It just fed those rounds with 0 issues, fast as you want to go. We do have a red dot that we're going to put on there that was sent to us by a company, and we're just going to run that bad boy and see if it breaks. Typically, I use an RMR, but we'll put the random red dot on there and see what happens. I suck. I'll tell you what, I'm missing a little bit here and there. The trigger's breaking in. Everything is breaking in. We haven't had any malfunction in the last several rounds. As soon as I said it, man. As soon as you start saying good things about it, we got a failure to feed. And that one's not pushing back in there. I'll tell you what, though. It is loud. I can hear that thing echoing. And I'm back there for 5+ miles, all right? I can hear that thing echoing a long ways. So we kind of got off to a rough start. We'll probably shoot the rest of that V-crown through here in a second too. And then after this session, I'm going to take it apart and clean it again, see how it does. And we'll come back out probably tomorrow. We'll put another 50 to 100 rounds through it. And maybe it does need to be broken a little bit. I hate things like that, but this is not a defensive pistol. Look at that. It just dropped the slide. Dropped the slide, and even then it didn't feed properly. Toss that one to the side. Didn't feed properly. We're off to a little bit of a shaky start, all right? It's just not having it, all right? It's just not having it. Let's load these up and see what happens. I'll tell you what, though. Man, that thing shoots amazing. All right, when it runs, it shoots absolutely incredible. I am super pleased with that. I'm going to take it apart after this video. I'm going to clean it again, and we will definitely be shooting it tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning, all right, because I'm excited about it. Very flat, not a ton of recoil. Obviously, it's pretty heavy, So recoil should be not that much. We'll put a red dot on it tonight. We should be able to get that all mounted up, see if we get everything worked out. And ideally, we're back out here shooting it again tomorrow morning. We're off to the rough start, though. Not the best or smoothest I'd like to see. That's that. Y'all got questions or comments, put them down in the comment section. Thanks for watching.